Hello, everyone. How you doing? Happy Veterans Day, everyone. Yeah, I know it's been, a little bit over a week since the 2020 election. I honestly thought it was going to last through Monday, November November 10th. Excuse me, November 9th. Whatever, I'm a little off. But either way, I thought it was going to last like that, longer than I thought. But it didn't. It ended on Saturday, which is good. It's good to hear that, every vote was counted carefully and everything. That's awesome. And I know, everyone's happy. A lot of people are happy with the results. Some are not happy. Some people will play the blame game. Some people will say, oh, this is stealing. But the only thing I see is that, Joe Biden won fair and square. That's the only thing I see it as. But anyways, today is Veterans Day. Look, I know 2020 Veterans Day is a lot different this time because of the COVID-19 pandemic, also known as coronavirus. I know it's not the same without the parades, without the barbecues and everything, but there are guidelines to follow this time. I'm like, you can still make videos about thanking the veterans. I'm like, you can still wear your USA gear like I am right now. Look at me, dressed as Captain America. I'm like getting my workout in at Anytime Fitness. Although I didn't get to the steps machines yet because obviously it's being used. And I know in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, they have curfews because of the increased cases of COVID-19 because, obviously people don't know how to follow guidelines. People want to act up and party and not care, especially high school kids as well as college students. But really, people, hopefully 2021 Veterans Day will be back to normal. Hopefully it will be. I'm like, it can't go back to normal as long as everyone follows the rules. But as of today, you can always say thank the veterans via Zoom, via social media, via YouTube, all the commercials like I'm doing right now. I'm making a live video stats after going through an intense workout all day today. I'm like, of course I took a break in the middle of the day, get something to eat, get something to drink, then get back at it at Anytime Fitness. Yes, I know it stinks right now because they're forced to kick everyone out at 9:30 and everyone to be home at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I know it stinks, people. It does. But like I said, there are pros and cons to everything. See, the pro about the pandemic is, look, the traffic here in the Boston area, it's extremely low. I'm like, the atmosphere is a lot cleaner. Plus the T station, they don't smell as bad. I'm like, less people are riding it. Even during the summer, I was almost the only one riding the T in one car. Like on the red line, orange line, blue line. Only one on board. But I wasn't complaining. Not complaining at all. Yeah, but the con is the MBTA's talking about cutting service. But as far as veterans go, I want to say thank you for everything you've done for the good old USA. See, one of the reasons why I wear these type of outfits and stuff like that is to show my, my gesture, gratitude, my appreciation. And I know I'm not in uniform. Actually, I know I'm not in real uniform, but I still want to give this to you. do it again. Sorry, it's over the A. Or I could do it like this. But I want to let everyone know. I know the pandemic, you know, has been challenging for a lot of people. And I know Thanksgiving is down the road, you know, with all the travel restrictions going around, making it for harder families to see each other and everything like that. But let me tell you about what my Thanksgiving is going to be like. Apparently, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, as well as Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont, can't seem to come with an agreement. Because first, Ned Lamont made Massachusetts a high-risk state, but Charlie Baker told him it was a bad idea. But then Ned Lamont, the Connecticut governor, told Charlie Baker, the Massachusetts governor, say, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate your opinion." Then Charlie Baker fired back, and look at that. Now Massachusetts calls Connecticut a high-risk state. So 2 New England states, a high-risk state, deemed high risk by Massachusetts. See, whatever happened to United We Stand, divided we fall? If we stay divided like this, we will fall. We will. Now, if we go back to be united, we will stand. Yes, we will. But if we stay divided like this, we're going to fall. That is the truth. But the good thing is, I'll see my sister, for a little bit on Thanksgiving. That's all. And, if it wasn't, Plan C was New York, but Plan B is working fine so far. Yeah, man. And for those of you that can't see your families for Thanksgiving, I'm really sorry. Yeah, 2020 stinks. It really does. 2020, I wouldn't recommend it. But other than that, thank you to all the brave men and women in blue in uniform for serving our country. Thank you. Look, I know it's tough out there for y'all. It is. It's tough for me as well. But we will get through this together. Because we are Boston strong. We are America strong. When 9/11 happened, we stood together. It took us a long time, but we found the mastermind behind the terrorist attacks in New York City, in Washington, D.C., and Virginia. But we got them. And then April 15th, 2013, tragedy happened at the Boston Marathon. Then a few days later, we shut the city down and surrounding towns, and we found them. Oh yeah. And that perpetrator is still in lockup today. But now we're in a pandemic here. We've been through it before. The swine flu, anthrax, and many more before. We beat that, and together, we're going to beat COVID-19. So we all need to band together, just like in the movie Independence Day, and stop this insidious disease and put an end to the insidious disease. Because more people are going to die if we don't get this vaccine out. But let's use it carefully. But really, people, if you have the virus, quarantine at least 14 days. If you don't have the virus, you don't have to quarantine, but I highly recommend you get checked, get yourself tested. Because, see, I get tested at least 3 times a week. I do. Yeah, it may sound crazy to people, but I do it not just for my safety, it's the safety of others. See, I wear masks, heavy duty masks, to protect myself and others as well. I do. Some people try to say, no, it's a scary mask and all that. But what I said to that person? I said, hey, there's nothing scary about my race. Because I know for a fact she wasn't talking about a mask. She was talking about my race. She backed up and moved fast. I'm like, mm-hmm. And honestly, I just wish her peace. Because, hate like that always have consequences. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Not even my own worst enemy. And tonight, after my good intense workout, I am so pumped for the return of Chicago Wednesday. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. Because those are my entertainments right there on Wednesdays. Chicago Wednesdays. Because I always loved Dick Wolf films since I was in middle school. First, it was Law and Order SVU that came out like a year before 9/11 happened. I love watching those shows. Because before that, there was Law and Order Criminal Intent. Now, Dick Wolf films now has Chicago shows like Chicago PD, Chicago Med, and Chicago Fire. Those shows are awesome, but Dick Wolf, if you're watching this live video, why not have Boston shows like, Boston Med, Boston Fire, Boston PD? Think about all the money you'll make off those films, Dick Wolf. Think about all the money that Wolf Films will make. Making shows like, Boston PD, Boston Fire, Boston Med. Not to mention, Boston PD and Boston Fire are first in the nation. They are. But anyways, I'll get more on the Dick Wolf films, soon. But other than that, I need to finish my intense workout. And after that, order some Chinese food and watch Chicago Wednesday. But until then, everyone, happy Veterans Day. And again, salute. I don't know which it works, but either way, I want to show my appreciation to all the veterans. Thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. For those of you that's still serving out there, thank you as well. And I know some people that I've known before they start serving are serving out there as well. So till then, be safe, be well, wash your hands, practice good hygiene, practice social distancing, follow guidelines, don't touch your face, don't touch your nose, don't touch your mouth, don't touch your eyes. If you're wearing a mask, make sure everything is covered, such as nose, mouth, chin. Or you can wear a mask like I'm wearing right now. But hey, a mask is a mask as long as it covers your mouth, nose, and chin. Alright? And I know some people can't wear masks for medical reasons, but if you're one of those people, I strongly urge you to get a face shield. Don't just walk around with nothing. Alright? Because people do have a right to say something if you're not wearing a mask on public transportation or anything like that, because MBTA, you get a $300 fine for riding the T or hanging out the property without a mask or any kind of face covering. Alright? Alright, everyone. Happy Veterans Day. Good night, everyone. Thank you. 2 thumbs up.